Here we are. Welcome to AJ Writes Crypto. This is a new live stream. This is the first live stream, and I'm really excited to be here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Already got a lot of love in the chat. Crypto Guy, Antonio, Vinny P, Got a Life, Mike Lowry. What's popping? How you guys doing? I'm eventually going to, get mods and everything like that. I have 0 mods. But I'll get to that. I'll get there. Mike, I think Mike Lowry, he seems respectable. I think he gets a slot. Mike Lowry. I don't know. He sounds reliable. He has one of those names that's just no idea. But I think that I think he's a guy. I like his name. He got a good name.
He sounds like a bad boy to me.
No.
Yeah.
No. Crypto.
Yeah.
Who's Crypto Guy 1976? Does he get one or no? Yes or no? Based off names alone.
No. I mean, you have to have the name as a famous movie character like Mike Lowry.
Okay. Well, Mike Lowry. I mean, he sounds famous. Like he does sound famous. So, all right. So let's get into this. I'm excited. Like this all morning. I've just been like, kind of, what am I gonna say? Blah blah blah. And I I always want every sentence to be like this profound, brilliant statement, but then I realized like AJ, you just got to be yourself. It's not like we haven't done this before. It's not really like the first live stream, even though it's the first live stream. But really, this show is intentionally for like how Ben and I do our research every morning. It's just like how the normal things we do every morning, except you guys get to be here for it instead of us doing it by ourselves. And like we're going to use it as a chance to learn, a chance to study, a chance to trade, a chance to do research. I mean, all the things that we do every morning, except we're just doing it live for you guys. So let's get into this here. Ben, definitely. So you had a really big trade last night on Solana. I'm going to pull the Solana chart up here. I'm going to share this tab. All right. And so I am looking at a Solana position myself for the show. I definitely want to get in a live trade in the show. It's a common thing I want to do. I kind of want to see if this support resistance level right here holds up or if it breaks down. And then from there, we can kind of move around. So I can see if you got in last night. I mean, even if you got in at midnight and took this little 1.5% dip at first, you still got
32.50 is where I got in at.
32.50. So you got in down low. Okay.
Wait, you were up late. 32? What's it at right now?
Right now it is.
Yeah. 32.50. Yeah, because it's 34. Yeah, I got in at 32.50, and I got out at 34.90.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. Oh trade. Wow.
Yeah, it was a good trade. That's your high IQ trading indicator right there.
You nailed it. But so this is that's a really good setup, to be honest. And Solana is one of those coins, even if we zoom out right here, take a peek at the 4 hour, this thing is just on a mission right now. Definitely, solid uptrend. It kind of feels like, when is this thing going to run out of room? Is it ever going to run out? Let me pull the visible range volume profile. I mean, but right now it's just it's one of those things where I can feel a lot of short traders say, oh, it has to turn around now. It has to turn around now. It has to turn around. And they just keep getting wrecked. And that happens in trades like this. And when things have momentum, you need to be able to realize okay, this thing's moving. And it's a difference if you're going to scalp, quick scalps, in and out kind of scalps. But definitely if you're looking for shorts, you got to be super patient right here. And see right there, high IQ entry, bam. I mean, 56%, not bad. Not bad. Personally, for the oscillatory, go ahead. I
was gonna say that's on regular. That's just spot trading. I mean, if you're 10x right there, that's almost a 600% trade, and that's on 10x. I was on 25x. That would be like a 1,400% trade.
Dang, that's insane. But yeah, I mean, Solana is a coin right now that it's really hard to ignore. I mean, especially if you kind of look at the daily. We kind of had this symmetrical triangle kind of set up right here at the end. It ran out of room. It popped up. It's actually fighting right above its previous high, right above the previous high. And I mean, even if it falls down, I would kind of be looking for this support resistance level here. But then as long as it stays above, this overall uptrend, this white line here, I'm gonna just pull the chart. And that would kind of be the point of intersection between support resistance and its overall uptrend. So Solana is definitely one to watch right now. So outside of Solana, Ben, I know you and the what is it? The Solana soldiers
Whoa, excuse me. It's the
is that it?
Solana soldiers. Solana soldiers. I made them proud today with my big trade. Guys, I will long Solana all day.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So outside of Solana, what other coins are you looking at? Like what's your secret alpha trade right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of if you go back to, the last market and you start looking at how things really got going and what started popping off, it feels a lot like Avalanche could be getting ready for a Solana type run. And a lot of people know I've been playing around with Stars Arena, which is an Avalanche based product. But the fact is the chart is looking really good on Avalanche. We can actually go and look at why don't you pull it up on yours? Why don't you pull up the AVAX chart?
For sure. I was going back to the Solana. Yeah, I was going back to the Solana chart. I think maybe Solana scalp short right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give it like 5-10 more minutes and see if it tries to turn around right here. Okay. All right, so let me pull it up.
What minute trade are you, or what minute chart are you on?
That's the 2 minute.
2 minute. You're doing a 2 minute scalp. Wow.
Well, I'm sure it would be a very short term trade. I'm gonna share this tab instead. All right, this is the Avalanche 8-hour chart. Let me just pull candles here. And we kind of had like this double bottom idea play out, actually like a higher low, little higher low, boom, right there. Came up from there. Let's see let's measure that right there. What do we have right here? I mean, 28% in 11 days. Not bad. Not bad. I want to zoom out, look at like the daily. I mean, and when you look at it like this, it really puts in perspective, I mean, how far this thing could run. I mean, even like, right up here, if you look at this support resistance, like one of those highs back there, back in 22, I mean, that's at $30.50. And say like it tries to fight back to that, it's 157% gain. And this thing is like really like macro downtrend, all-time high around $1.57 back in 2021. And let me kind of clear this up. I got
$187. Wow.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Yeah. And I mean, and so it is really good to see this higher low right there start to play out. And it's I mean, in this high right here, like the top of that candle. So we're trying to get over that, $11.90 range to put in a higher high. It looks like it's well on its way. Let me pull the 2 hour here. Yeah, I mean, this thing's moving. This thing's moving really well. And so like, are you already in a position, or are you kind of waiting for that to play out?
Well, I'll tell you where I'm at right now. Right now, let's see. Let me pull up. Let me share my screen, AJ.
Sure.
Let me share my screen here. Share screen. Okay. Share screen. Okay. And then I want to show. Here it is. All right, guys. So this is my Femex order history, and I had to create a new account on Femex because of obviously what happened with the last channel, and all my accounts were stolen. But the point here is that guys, I've made one trade on this account. One trade. And let's check it out. Closed P&L, total size was 3,700 Solana. Of course, that's on leverage on 25X. Entered at 32.50. I left at 34.8, not 34.9. It was at $35, and I had a limit order, and I was going to make an extra $500, but it ended up not getting filled. I just ended up market closing it. But if you look here at this, let me see if I can expand it a little bit more here. ROI 173% on this trade. So why am I showing you all this about Femex right now? Well, what I want to do is I want to create a strategy to where I'm basically, certain altcoins I'm trading on one side, Bitcoin I'm trading on another side, and Ethereum I'm trading on another side. That's kind of what I want. So that way we can track all of my altcoin gains with high IQ, all of Ethereum and all of Bitcoin, and do it all separately. So for me, like this massive trade that I had this morning, which look, I started with some money that Femex put in my account. Femex is a new sponsor on the channel. And, guys, I turned nothing into something like real quick with the high IQ indicator. I know we're going to get into every day is going to be, on this show is going to be an adventure. Today, I know we are going to be focusing a little bit about on the indicator because it did really well. And I obviously absolutely crushed this trade. And I want to show you guys like kind of, if you could pull back up my screen here. I want to show you guys, look, the 17-minute chart is actually, hold on. Wrong one. Let me switch that here. Stop screen, present, do a different tab here. Here we go. Okay. All right. So point being here is that I'm using the 17-minute chart a lot. That's generally what the people who, help me create this this indicator, which by the way is highiq.store. And what'd you do with my low IQ button? I need to get that back for the show.
I have it in case you say anything stupid.
Oh, you were going to use it against me. God, man. I tell you what, maybe you should have stayed at Hit Network. That's one of their tactics.
No. I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're okay. All right, AJ. So anyways, the point being is that I want to show you guys what I did on this trade and why I got in and how I crushed it so much. So basically what happened is this is the 17-minute chart. I entered, let's see, this would have been probably somewhere right about here. I entered. Now you're looking here and you're seeing this E here, and you're seeing that I entered after that or before that, excuse me. Let me see if I have the right. I don't have the right setting up. I knew the right setting. I have to change it to the scalp instead of the swing. Because that actually was incorrect. This will update here in just a second. This will show. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what happened is I entered this trade about right here, somewhere thereabouts. And so what happened is if you had entered right here on this candle would have seen it at $33 basically is what this candle was. And it went all the way up to $33. It went all the way down in the 17 minutes down to 32.7. That was the low. Yeah. So anyways, the point being here is you got this entry right here. Let's see. So when you hover over, it's going to show you everything right here. So the enter was at 32.893 and the stop loss was at $32.47. And they wanted you to take profit around $33. And then your stop loss percentage was, 1.27%, which is, I believe how much you can lose on the trade. I'm trying to get that figured out exactly. But the point is what occurs is you get the entry and then the trade was down. The trade was down like 1%. And if you watch this, if you watch if you watch a chart, if you watch high IQ indicator, what you'll find is that a lot of the times, you're not really in the red. Like you hit a stop loss pretty quick when you hit one. And so to me, when I'm looking at the prospects of this trade right here, okay, and it was already down 1% and understanding the momentum is going up, I went in and took a flyer and said, okay, this is down 1%. I bet this is going to end in the profit. So let me go ahead and actually enter along right now. And so that's what I did. And it paid off, dividends very well. Now you will notice over here, technically this did hit a stop loss. But because I entered lower, my stop loss was actually lower. And so it was okay for me to stay in that trade. And I woke up this morning and checked it. And, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good comparison here for kind of, what your thought process is. It's kind of like if you're sports betting, okay? Let's say you're sports betting and your team, let's just say the Falcons in this case. God, what a bad game yesterday. Anyways, let's say the Falcons have generally over the last 5 seasons, let's say they're 32-30 against the spread. Okay. And I have no idea how many games. Well, 34, 68. Let's say they're like 42-40 or something like that against the spread. Pretty even. But let's say they've lost 5 in a row or they've won 5 in a row. You're like, okay, well, generally they're about 50-50 and they've lost 5 in a row. Okay. So chances are they're going to break this streak pretty soon. And so
Yeah.
what you can do is you can start betting on them to break that streak. And if they lose, you just double it, because they're not going to lose like 10 in a row against the spread. Most likely. There are rare scenarios where something like that can happen. So the point is you're kind of hedging your bets a little bit. If somebody's about 50-50 to do something and they've lost like 5 or 6 games in a row, then, you know, chances are that streak is not going to continue for a super long time, or else they'll have to adjust the odds. So what I'm saying here is the fact this trade was down 1% when I got into it, that was good for me, right? Like that meant that if the momentum goes up, now I've gained an extra percent just if it catches back up to the entry point. So I felt really good about it, and it was a really solid. I've been very patient over the last week. I've been waiting for a good trade, and I finally got that one, and now I'm rolling and I'm ready to go. Nice. So that's kind of what my strategy was with that trade. I want to show that for sure. But do you want to, AJ, before we get into anything else and we look at the markets and stuff, do you want to kind of give us your take on, give us your take on high IQ and how, you know, people can kind of use it, how you've been using it or looking at it?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've tried about every indicator that there is in crypto. I've tried every single indicator that there is. And I like a lot of them for different reasons. For example, I really like Lux Algo for like the scalper setting and like the bands, the EQ bands and stuff like that. Obviously I'm really big on Market Cypher. I'm actually sponsored by Market Cypher. I like Market Cypher B. I like the dual band strength index, and I use those for different reasons. But what I like about high IQ is the oscillator isn't bad, but the part that I like the most is the entry points at the top and the way that it can kind of hold your hand through a trade as it kind of moves up the chart. Because a lot of people, especially beginners, like they don't know like when should I take profits, or how long should I ride this out, or like it told me to enter but it's going down, like should I bail right away? And it's one of those things, like even if you here, let me share my chart really fast here. So like, you know, the Solana chart, for instance. So, you know, I noticed this. I think it was on the I think I saw it on the 17-minute. Give it a second to load. But so anyway, the point I'm making is I saw this happen. It might have been on a different time frame, but basically, like, imagine if it flashed the enter right here. Okay, I'll make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Say it says the enter right here, and it immediately falls, you know, that about 1% fall before it goes up like this big, you know, this big chunk. And a lot of times, especially trading with leverage, like especially beginner traders, they're not used to the swings, the ebb and flow of trading. You can put my face on the screen with the chart. So basically, it's like one of those things where you have to get comfortable taking that dip before it goes up. I understand that like you want to have a pretty tight stop loss, but not like nothing too crazy. But my point here is that, like, when with trading, it's kind of like if you ever played poker, a lot of poker players are really good dealing with the swings of trading, because like you're always going to take that initial hit, and then but if it flashes an entry indicator, like the entry, and then you're like, oh no, it's going down, this thing's wrong, just be patient. I think the high IQ helps beginners or even experienced traders deal with their patience, because it kind of like if it goes down like 1% right away, you're like, oh my God, this is terrible, I'm going to bail. But if you're just like, you know what, like I'm just going to trust the process here, let's just ride it out, this thing can really help you like walk up the hill on the trade. Because sometimes, you know, you have to be, some people don't want to deal with that patience. Some people want to get in the long and it go up right away the second they go long. It's not always like that. You're going to have to deal with the swings, and a lot of traders struggle with that. And I know I did, especially because when you start trading heavily, you know, I started heavily leverage trading January, February 2021. And a lot of trades were just killer, knock out the park all day. I'm the best trader in the world. And then, you know, in 22 is like when I really learned how to short. That was kind of like when it was really put to the test. Like, was I just winning because it was a bull market, or was I winning because I know what I'm doing? And that was kind of like the trial and error of trading. And you're always going to go. And the second you think you have it figured out, you're going to get wrecked. And then right when you're about to give up, you're going to win a big trade. So it's about like getting comfortable dealing with the swings. And I think that the high IQ indicator is a big help. It's a big help for people that are really unsure about like how to maintain and how to stay, like when to get in, when to get out, everything like that. So yeah, I'm still looking for a position here. Like, let me zoom into the 3 minute, because like I was thinking right here, and then it like starts to cup around, starts to go the other way. I'm totally going to be a little bit patient. Maybe a scalp long idea, even if it goes from current back to the previous high. I mean, it's a 1.2%, 10x leverage, about 10%, not bad. I'm just going to kind of ride it, kind of wait this one out, because it is also kind of forming this little mini downtrend here. And patterns certainly matter on even very small time frames like the 3 minute chart. But the 3 minute chart's a very familiar place if you're trying to do those quick get in, get out kind of trades. You're not going to do a 10-minute scalp trade off a 2-hour chart. It's not going to happen. So, but yeah, man, trading's, I want to get some requests from the chat. I want to know what charts they want to see, if we're going to pull any charts up later in the show. But the first thing I want to do, definitely send some requests in the chat and we'll get to those charts. But the first thing I want to do is that I want to do a giveaway for the audience here. So one of my, let me 1 second. Let me get the website up. So I have a sponsor, cryptochips.io. They are one of the coolest merch sites in all of crypto. Let me pull that up. All right, here we go. So this is Crypto Chips. And I mean, I met them at Rare Evo in Denver. The guy, David, super cool guy. And so like their merch, what's up?
It's kind of like me. Also, AJ, before you continue, everybody make sure to smash the like button. No, number one thing, we've got about 250 people watching. Guys, it's very sad right now. I've got some sad news to report. Sad news report, Discover Up Crypto has more live viewers than we have right now. It's very sad.
It's the first show.
Well, I know it's sad, but I think we can beat him by the end of the show. But what we need is, if you guys love AJ and you're glad he's got my back and he helps you with crypto, look, AJ is the BitBoy crypto of the next bull cycle. Y'all get ready for that. Of course, I'm the next who knows what. But the point is that AJ's done really well. He's really working on this channel. We're gonna be doing these shows every day, and super excited to be beside him. Beside him, not behind him, beside him. But if you guys could do us a favor, make sure smash the like button. It'll help him out tremendously. Help get people in here. So I appreciate all you guys. Go ahead, AJ. Continue.
Yeah, totally. Ben, thanks for all your support. I got your back no matter what. And this whole thing wouldn't be possible without you, man. I really appreciate you. And I know people think that we hate each other on Crossfire, but we're only good at making fun of each other because we know we're not going to get mad. Yeah. I can throw you directly under a bus and you'll be like, it was cool, man. It didn't even hurt. I made a steal. and that's how you know you have a good friend, when you can shit on each other. And there you go. So here we go. I'm back at cryptochips.io. I just wanted to give a quick look at this. I'll put a link to them in the chat really fast if you want to check it out. If you use the code AJ Writes Crypto at checkout, you get 10% off on your order. I don't want to stay on this for too long, but I do want to give this giveaway. So there's the link to that in the chat. It's also in the description as well. So here are their shirts. They have a lot of really cool shirts. They have a lot of really cool hoodies. They sent me a big box of merch, and I did like an unboxing video on my Twitter a little while ago. I really like the custom wall art here. It makes me want to buy more NFTs. As you can see behind me here, I have my Sappy seal, and they put the owner, AJ Writes Crypto, the mint date, the blockchain, the traits, and the QR code. I mean, and this right here is $40, $50 or something like that. It's such a good deal. And that's what I like about Crypto Chips, is that it's not like a coin project. There's nothing like that. It's a merch company that makes clothes, they make hoodies, and then they make customizable stuff for your NFTs. And when I met him at Rare Evo, I was like, oh, me and David are going to be friends, because like we just got along immediately. So today, what I want to show you guys for the giveaway, so they make these massive coins. They're called whale coins. Okay, so the crypto chips are like these coins, right? And there's like QR codes on the back of them. I have this one XRP one here. And if you scan this QR code, it takes you to my Twitter. You can also use the QR code for your wallet address, your public keys. You can put like a certain amount of characters in there. And they also have like this moon money thing that like you can program money into these, like this is one Bitcoin. Like you could actually put a whole Bitcoin on this if you wanted to. And I always think that's really cool. So I'm actually trying to find the where are the whale coins? He sent me a link to them. Let me find the link really fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Ben, keep the float. So what's your next trade, Ben? Keep the ship alive for 20 seconds.
Yeah. Let me pull up this while you're doing that.
Okay.
I'll show you guys kind of what I'm looking at here. So basically I'm just waiting for an entry here, and I can't get, for some reason, I'm not sure why this is not, why the chain link chart is not pulling up really. I don't want spot. I want a perpetual futures contract. There we go. Let's see. Here we go. So really the altcoins I'm looking at trading right now are Solana and Chainlink. These two have had massive volatility. You guys can see right now. I mean, if I wanted to, I mean, look at that, man. That would have been such a great trade right there. 3.95%. Remember, when you see these percentages, multiply by your X's. So if you're using 10X leverage, I mean, that's a 40% trade. That's a really strong trade. If you're on, 20X leverage, which, I mean, don't get higher than 25 generally, unless you really know what you're doing. 25 is pretty high, but it gets my blood pumping, so I like it. But really what I'm doing here, I'm looking at Bitcoin, I'm looking at Ethereum. These are all on the 17-minute charts. Ethereum is one right here where we did have a little bitty take profit up here we could have taken. But I mean, I'm kind of thinking about long in Ethereum right now, to be honest with you, because even though same principle as yesterday, right? Same principle as my trade yesterday. It's down a 1/3% right now. And we got this entry over here. And it's actually, let's see, the entry would have been at, let me move this here. Okay, the entry would have been at, here it is. Oops. Got to hover. Okay, so the entry was 1825. Right now it's at 1820. So it's down below the entry, and these generally turn out to be good trades. So I do think probably Ethereum is something I'm gonna probably hit up a trade on. Maybe totally. I'll get that here in a little bit. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. The altcoins I'm looking at trading right now. I mean, I don't consider Ethereum an altcoin, but Solana and Chainlink are the ones that I'm definitely watching. So
also interesting on my chart right here with Ethereum. So this right here is called a GON fan. Fans are super, super interesting to look at. I pulled it all the way back. So basically what you do, you draw a 45-degree angle and then you line it up, and it kind of makes it kind of works similar to spider lines. And what I really like about Ethereum right now is that it dipped below this GON level here. It broke out of it and bullishly retested off of it. And then if it goes to retest, the next GON level, somewhere around here, you're looking at least a 20, 30 cent gain to get to that next level in the GON fan to get back into the blue there. So definitely bullish narrative to see it break out and retest the GON fan. So awesome. So I want to go. So I found the thing. So this here is a whale coin. And these things, I mean, look at this. This thing's $120. These things are massive. So I'll actually show you this unboxing video right here. Like, I'll just click through it really fast. But David showed me this yesterday. I think I want to scrub through it.
No, are those your hands? That's cute.
No, that's not me. But I'm just telling you, crypto chip like this, but it is like
it's huge,
way big. So basically, what to do if you want a chance to win a whale coin? All you have to do is go to my Twitter page at AJ Writes Crypto and retweet my previous tweet that I just put up about, it says, about to go live for the first time. Let's do this. If you retweet that tweet on Twitter, you are in the running to win a whale coin, and I will pick a winner later on, probably today, maybe tomorrow morning. And if you win, you get a big, massive coin. I know there's Bitcoin, there's Cardano, I think there's Ethereum. So there you go. I wanted to do a good giveaway for
Somebody's asking what's spinning in the background.
Oh, so that's a levitating coin display. It's actually from Crypto Chips. So basically you have these coins here, like with this XRP one, it's in this case, and you put it like on top of, and it'll spin around all day. Yeah, I absolutely love that thing. I think it's super cool.
Yeah,
it's levitating. It's like magnetic. It's magnetic, but you have to like kind of hold it in the middle and let it go, or it'll like try to stick to the side. So you gotta. It's actually kind of. You got to be precise. You got to be precise. But no,
they're asking about the indicator about tutorials. I'm gonna put a tutorial on the channel tonight, so you guys be prepared for that. That'll be out tonight. I wanted to put one out this weekend, but me and Jay Chain spent all day yesterday trying to get stuff set up in the studio, and we still didn't get it finished. So unfortunately, just didn't have time for.
I mean, and that's something I kind of want to get into, is like the grind right now, Ben. Like, you know, we've been rebuilding since, you know, all this happened. We got into the new office and we started working. You know, complete restart. We started New World Finance. Jay Chains is doing his show. I restarted my channel. I mean, we were here. We put in I put in a 9-hour workday yesterday. I don't think I left the office till like 9:30 at night.
Oh, really?
Something like that.
Oh, and this is left about 8.
Yeah, I say for and like with what we're doing here, like right now, like we don't have editors, we don't have artists.
I edited my own video.
My
own video yesterday.
I've been editing.
I wrote my own script and edited my own video for the first time in probably 2 years yesterday.
Wow. That's crazy. But see, that's the thing. Like once you kind of get above water, it's kind of easy. You hire a team, you get people to do things for you. Like I was your writer for a very long time. And it's like you still have input on it. It's like you still read the script and make sure it's correct. It's not like you're just reading whatever I say. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's kind of like eating a slice of humble pie for us, because, you know, we had all the help in the world. And, you know, but with more people comes like lack of communication, and things don't get done the way you want them to, and blah, blah, blah. So for me, it's like, I never knew how to edit a video. I never knew how to use Photoshop. I never, you know what I mean? I was just kind of like I can write anything and give me a microphone and I'll go straight. Like, so it's one of those things, like it's the rebuild process for us. I kind of think people don't completely understand like the grind right now. And I think it's eye-opening for people that are trying to start off on their own. Like, well, I don't know how to do this, so I don't know how to do that. Well, throw yourself in the fire, directly into the fire, because it's the only way. If you like want to be a creator, you want to like get followers on your Twitter, you want to start a new YouTube, you have to go so hard in the paint. You have to outwork everybody else. I mean, even just whatever you can do every day to make it 5% easier on yourself the next day. That's what this whole thing is about. And I kind of, as much as I want to talk crypto, as much as I want to talk, you know, trading and everything like that, I equally want to talk like kind of helping people like find that motivation that they need to level up their game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that motivation's money. You know what I mean? That's what people need to see. Like, I know there's a lot of people who have been in crypto for a while and you haven't made money. You probably got in, you know, in the middle to the end of the last cycle, and you came in with a hysteria, and unfortunately, like, it hasn't worked out for you. And I'm here to tell you that most people, that's their story. That's the way most people get in. I mean, I bought Bitcoin in 2012, sold it all in 2013, felt pretty good about that decision for a few years. But, you know, 2017, I went all in on crypto, and like, I didn't make a lot of money in 2017. It was a lot of money for me at the time, like $7 or $8 grand, you know, like, but it didn't get me where I wanted to go. And then we hit the bear market in 2018, and I just started grinding and making videos and learning more about crypto. And I think you and me and Leah and John, like, we're all examples of people who, Jay Chains, like, that we haven't done everything right in our whole crypto journey. Nobody does. But you just stick it out for the long term, and you know that the grinding is worth it. And that's what I want people to see, is that when you're watching AJ, and I think about Leah as well, what Leah was talking about on our Friday night videos, where we talk about what's going on with the Ben Armstrong Substack. You know, she was saying, like, what's the value to the readers of our Substack? Leah said, I'm going to get rich in this bull cycle, and people are going to be able to watch and see how I did it. And like, she's so desperate to separate herself from the fray, and a lot of people are, you know, in crypto. You want to get to the place where you're safe and you're secure. And the cool thing is, when you're a content creator, whether you're a writer like yourself or anything else, you know, people get to watch that journey with you, and that's the motivation. Like, that's the motivation for people when they see people change their lives financially. You know, that's what lets them know that, like, they're not alone and they can make it. And, you know, a year from now, we're all going to be celebrating, we're all going to be happy, it's going to be cool, but we have a lot, you know, a lot to go. I got a question for you, AJ, real quick. Abram Hartman says, why do you have a hardened criminal loiterer as your co-host? Why added the loiterer word in?
You're a hardened criminal?
Loiterer.
Since when?
Yeah. Well, I'm loitering, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
And also, a lot of people said that you and I were doing cocaine at the haunted house on Saturday night.
Really? Well, yeah. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I've been sober for like 5 years. I don't drink.
I know it hurt. It hurt real bad to stuff it up his nose, guys. But you know what? We did it.
I've been a good boy for a very long time, and that's like, it's kind of one of those things, like, when people just say stuff like that, I'm just like, you guys really don't know what you're talking about. You're like, no, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. And, like, you know, I've been sober for a long time, so if you guys really think that, you know, I'm gonna go hang out with some people that are doing a bunch of drugs, okay, totally,
yeah,
can't wait.
Have a good time. Have a good time at the haunted house. So what are you looking at over here?
I'm looking at INJ, man, Injective. Like, this one is one of those projects that just absolutely, look at this thing, dude. I've been trading this thing off and on. I mean, from October 10th to 19 days, 92%. And it's one of those coins. See this little line, that yellow line? That's when I was looking at it not long ago. And I got a little trade, and I like got out like around here somewhere. I made like 15-16% on it. And and I was just like, oh, it's probably going to turn around. Nope. Kept going. But, you know, take your wins, to everybody. Take your wins. So I was just kind of wanted to kind of take a peek at this. Its volume isn't that bad. Like, definitely go to CoinGecko. So I actually want to show this. So this is really fast. I want to take a look at the gainers and the losers in the top 100. Why is it not? It froze up on me. So top gainers. Here, let me pull this over. Maybe it'll. Okay. Maker. I mean, and when you see that the things are down and they're only down like 2 or 3%, that's like how you know it's probably going to be a bullish day overall. When things are down, they're not really down. They're just kind of sideways. I mean, Gala had a big run. XRP's pushing to 60 cents. Solana almost 35. Rollbit's one of those coins that's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, and it moves like pretty hard.
Which is like, it's a gambling coin, so it's kind of funny, you know, because it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, right. So what I wanted to point out here. So this is a little secret of the trade here. So if you go to Injective protocol on this, right, and what I want you guys to do, so when you're trying to find like, where should I trade this, click here, go to markets, or click perpetuals, right, or futures. Okay. So, and then you'll find here which exchange has the most volume in the past 24 hours, like right here. So Blowfin is ripping. I've never even heard of that one, but you know, there's 5 of their 6. Blowfin. Wow. I don't know, man. But look, MEXC 42, Femex 14. You know what I mean? There's BitGet only 4 million. But you know, so that's what I always do when I'm like, okay, I want to trade this coin, and I do a majority of my trading on BitGet. BitGet is definitely my favorite exchange. There's a link down in the description if you want to sign up for BitGet today. And then people are going to say, but I can't trade on BitGet because I live in America. Listen, when you trade crypto, you should use a VPN to protect yourself from hackers and be a safe trader. Safety first, everybody. It's all about safety. When I get into my car, do you know what I do? I buckle my seatbelt. And when I see a sign, I'm driving down the road, I say, okay, sign. Okay. Safety first, everybody. Okay. So big. I've been doing a lot of trading on BitGet, but there are times where, I see a coin I want to trade like Injective, and I know like, okay, it's like outside of the top 30 in altcoins. It's not going to have like, sometimes the coin I want to trade doesn't have the most volume where I do most of my trading. So that's when you go to CoinGecko, go to markets, go to perpetuals, and figure out where the volume is. And that is a good, especially if you're doing larger, if you're like leverage trading $500, that's one thing. But if you're doing like a $5,000 position with 20x leverage, you're going to want to be where the volume is at. So definitely make sure you always do that to ensure that you can get in and out of your trade. I just wanted to take a quick look at, hey, look, Tether's 99 cents again. We're all doomed forever. We're going to die. USDC also 99 cents. We're doomed. Ben, did you know?
Yeah, I know. Corey Clipson said we're unpegging again because it's 0.001% off. Very sad.
Yep. It's we're done. It's all over. Man, I love it when it goes down to like 99.99993, and then you see articles like something just depegged, and I'm just like, no, it didn't. No, it did not. But I'm just kind of just taking a quick look at the top 50 here. I haven't had a chance to really look at it today. I think Near is going to wake up eventually. Actually, I want to pull that chart out of curiosity.
Why don't you put that on dark mode there, bud? On that CoinGecko.
Because I'm a psychopath. That's why.
You are a psychopath. I don't know if I can do the show with you if you're going to do that.
Anyone on light mode is a psychopath, and I just haven't clicked the button. I mean, look at this thing, Near. I remember doing a video on this one not too long ago. I don't think I ever did a price prediction on it, though. But, basically the past 11 days, 30%, still running. Got over that previous high, 4 hours. And, it's actually pretty interesting. Let me turn the high IQ off so I can see what I'm doing. Actually, if you look at this support resistance line here, like this little floor, it's actually kind of approaching that level. And I kind of think that might be a sort of decision time. It is a little bit away from it, about 3% below that support resistance line. But it getting above that level is very big deal. Very big deal. But it did get above this previous low. And even if it comes back down, we'd want to see it stay above this level right here, which is $1.17. So interesting. Maybe I do want to go back to the Solana trade. I really want to get in a trade today. I feel like things are moving. There's a lot of volume. The traders be trading, and I want to get involved. I just haven't found the spot yet. I don't feel like when I trade, everybody, it's one of those things where when I very first look at a chart in the morning, very little do I say, okay, this is the one, here I go. I very rarely do that. A lot of times I will kind of set levels, like draw lines, watch a chart, give it time, and kind of get a vibe for like what pattern it's in. If it's trading in a range, like for example, Solana right here, we kind of have this little, like this is very rough, but we're kind of in, this. Let me just use this one. Oops, 1 second. But we're kind of in this little channel here, and if it respects this, and it might even go, a little bit above, and then maybe fall back in and maybe do something like that. So, and these are kind of the kind of setups you're kind of looking for if you're just trying to scalp trade. Okay. Yeah. And I prefer scalp trading over intraday trading. But it's kind of like what type of trade I'm looking for, especially when things popped up really high. Unless you're looking for a big short, you're probably not going to be in a trade for multiple days from here. But what I'm saying is that I'm looking for setups like this, and I watch them very closely. And then if it starts to turn around and see, like, if it goes back to the bottom at 1.2%, 8 to 10x leverage on $1,000, you get that 1%. you didn't do bad. You didn't do
Yeah.
bad. So that's kind of the setups that I'm looking for right now. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm keeping a close eye on. I really want to do a lot of live trading on this show, even if I don't end up getting in one today. I want to really make that a thing. Maybe have like a win-loss record, so people can get in with me. I know a lot of people, and I don't blame them. They'll start a trade, and if it gets up like 3%, then they start their show randomly. I don't mind that idea. It's definitely smart, but I'm kind of more in line with trying to do it live. I want to show people what I'm doing. And I'm definitely gonna play that game a little bit. Even if I lose, like it's just gonna be, well, I was wrong that time. That's a lesson in trading. We're not gonna win every single trade. So I'm not really scared to fail in front of people. And I'm also gonna have a stop loss set, and I'm gonna show them how to manage my risk as well. Somebody said crypto stock one, what time frame do you consider a scalp? Small.
I say for me personally, I think anything less than an hour time frame.
That's fine. I mean, even a 10-minute chart, but I really like to zoom in. I really like to zoom in because you can see how things are going to play out on small time frames. I prefer to really get a good idea of what's happening on the line for sure. So if someone says they want to look at Bitcoin, okay, let's do that. BTC, baby. BTC. All right, it's a 4-hour chart. Oh man, look at this. She moving. Yeah. She moving. Wow. Here, I really want to zoom out here. I want to look at like a 2-day. This is a 2-day. Oh, I clicked 2 hour, excuse me. 2 days, AJ. 2 days. Let me clean some of these doodads up. I draw so many lines. I mean, look at this thing. I'm so glad that it finally got over this support resistance line here. That 32 level, we got rejected from it here. We got rejected from it here. We're finally over it. And I kind of feel if Bitcoin does like start to turn around, that would really be an important floor right there around 32,000. And I mean, dude, like, I don't think many people saw this pump coming at all. Like,
well, what I'll tell you is, and AJ, I got to jump off in just a minute. I got to dip out at 11:20 probably every day. But
sure.
The thing about it, in my opinion, is that yes, when we were in the moment, it didn't feel like we were going to explode or anything like that. And plus, you always you also had all of these people discussing, oh, it's going back down to 20K, right? So the idea was Bitcoin had the biggest lack of volatility we've ever seen from it. Okay. So the point is that whenever you have that volatility that's compressed, you're always going to get explosive moves out of it. Always, every single time with Bitcoin. Now with other assets, maybe not, but with Bitcoin, almost every time. So looking back on it, we should have, I think people were anticipating a big move. They're anticipating to the downside. So, I was telling people I thought the bull run was going to start in Q4. In October, it looked pretty good. ETF information is looking pretty good. I think the thing gets passed very, very, very soon. And we'll have to see what happens there. But appreciate everybody. I got to get ready for my show. I'll see everybody there in 10 minutes.
Awesome. Later, bro. Thanks for coming on the show with me. Awesome. Cool. So definitely I'm going to stick around for about 10 more minutes on the show. Everybody, if you haven't smashed the like button yet, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you to each and every one of you for all your support. It really means a lot to me. Bennett is going to be on the show with me probably like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. Once we kind of get it up and going, I'm just trying to really get it off the ground at the moment. And that's the goal. Like one day at a time. And I'm just really excited to, take this opportunity to like every day systematically like go through all the things I know and kind of teach you guys like what I'm looking for, how I'm doing, how I'm trading, and some days are going to be more narrative driven, like kind of story time kind of thing. And some days are going to be, following the news, following the charts, following trades, stuff like that. I'm definitely going to do. And I'll take shout outs from the crowd. Someone wants to see an algo chart. So here's an algo chart right here. And after that, I'll look at the Bencoin TA. Someone asked for Bencoin TA. I don't have a problem with that. So Algorand 6-hour chart. Let me kind of fix this little channel here. But, basically in this downtrend broke out like 100% This is a breakout on the Algorand chart. It even retested the trend line and broke out from there. I did trade off this a little bit, about 10% in the past 4 days, pushing up to 11 cents. Where are we looking at for level? And look, it even got past this floor here. Big deal that it got above that. And if it retests again, that's the level I'll be looking for it to turn around. So what levels are we looking for it to go up? We'll definitely look in the past previous support resistance. It double topped right there before the big fall at 11.86, almost 12 cents. Let me draw that line. So right here, it doubled up before that fall. I'll change the color of this one. I'll make it white. So I'm definitely looking for Algorand to get up and retest this level. And definitely some kind of higher. And the best thing about it is that it put in a higher high from this previous low right there. And let me look at the oscillator. It's still going up. Money flow in the green. I do like the high IQ indicator, but for the oscillator, I do prefer Market Cipher B. They're very similar, and the high IQ oscillator does point out the divergences. Like right here, it will show you the divergence, but I can see the divergence. Like by a divergence, I mean from the wick, from the body of the candle right here, the price action came down, but the oscillator came up. So that's a clear and cut case of bullish divergence. And if you were to trade off of that divergence alone, you're looking at a 16 to 21% gain. And even right here, price action going down, oscillators going up, clear cut case of bullish divergence. So I do like that the high IQ oscillator will point out the divergences for you, but I can see that. And Market Cipher B with the RSIs and the money flow and everything like that. And I'm just very comfortable with Market Cipher B. So yeah, that's definitely something but for high IQ for this bit here on the top of the chart where the candles are, this is good stuff. This is real good stuff. It even flashed an entry right here on the 21st. If you were to go from right there and ride this out, you're up 17%. So that's the beauty of high IQ, in my opinion. So it's kind of one of those things. I'll flash it, I'll look at it, and I'll take it down so then I can see the candle structures from there. So that's really what I'm looking at right now. So if we zoom in on Algorand here, 2-hour chart. Let's look at the 17-minute. Keep zooming in. So it could be curving down. We'll see if it stays above this, previous high, and we'll go from there. So definitely touch and go with Algorand. Take a quick look at Bencoin. I know Bencoin is coming down a little bit. Of course, I bought some from my portfolio. I bought $100 for my portfolio, and it's at like $65 now. But I want to ride it out. But, it could be falling right now, but this is kind of one of those things that they're building. And when a team is building, they're getting everything together. That requires patience. And Bencoin is you have to be a patient person to really be long-term on this coin. I think anybody that's in Bencoin is in Bencoin for the long-term, not to make money today. So and when Ben says he's going to do something, I mean, by God, he does it. So 100%. 913 man said, do you have any trading classes? Good question. So this is definitely something that I've been thinking about doing. I don't know if I'm going to do like a live webinar thing, or if I'm going to do like a Telegram group, or I'm going to do something. I mean, I trade so much. I'm I don't want my whole channel to be like a TA channel. I do like, the real narrative stuff, like kind of like the Crypto Chronicles. Everyone really liked the part one of that. Everyone really liked part one of the Crypto Chronicles, like the cliffhanger ending. People want to see, what's going to happen. I'm going to do a lot of narrative stuff like that. But I do, TA is going to be an element of the channel for sure. But I also don't want to lean on it I don't want every video to be TA. I want to be open to, kind of getting the next demographic of like younger people into crypto. And if I just do charts all day long, all the time, they're not going to understand. So we're going to have to definitely do a lot of narrative stuff, a lot of stories, a lot of news, things like that. But someone asked for Avalanche. I did Avalanche earlier in the day. Desert Crypto asked for IMX. I got about 3 minutes left on the show. I don't want to step on Ben's channel as he goes live at 11:30. I could probably go over like 2 minutes because we all know he's always late. We can say that. He's always late. Big shout out. There's 256 people in here right now. Thank you guys. It means a lot. It means a lot. I'm definitely just trying to build, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you. So what the heck was I drawing over there? What is that? But yeah, so this is a chart. I actually made a video. I wanted to make a video, 3 charts that are breaking out right now, and I didn't have time to edit it. And then it was too late for me to put it up. But this was one of the coins in that video. 3 charts that are breaking out right now. And it broke up. I should have posted that video. I just didn't have the time to do it. I'll definitely be looking for more kind of videos like that in the future for sure. Yeah, this thing's breaking out. Definitely try to look at it to get past that previous high at 77. If it does that, that's a 13% gain. Great structure, higher highs, higher lows. This is a 2-hour zoom in. I mean, and see, these are the kind of things that I'm kind of waiting for. A lot of coins that have just been ripping. Like, when is it going to end? Just like kind of overall uptrends here. And like, you can even see like there's been a couple fake outs, like on the 17-minute, we got a high and a lower high, and it ended up, see, a lower high doesn't matter if it puts in a higher low. Let me say that again. A lower high doesn't matter if it puts in a higher low. Okay. So a lot of people think like right here, we got a high, we got a lower high. And you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, oh no, this is it. This is the short. That doesn't mean it's the short. That doesn't mean go short. If you want to scalp for 1%, okay. But that doesn't mean go short. It doesn't matter until the low is broken. A lower high means nothing if there's a higher low. Never forget that. You see this little face here? You see this little face I accidentally drew on the screen? Hold on. I'm gonna make this guy a thing. This is gonna be a thing. All right. You see, this guy here, he's mad. He's mad. Do you know why? Because a higher low, oh my God, now I'm confused. A higher low means nothing unless there's a lower low. All right. We did it. I think I even said it wrong that time. Now I'm confused. But he's angry at you. He's angry at you for going short because this is an uptrend. Respect the uptrend. All right. IMX definitely one to keep a close eye on for sure. Shout out to Sofa King, my guy. Let's go. Shout out to Evan Aldo. He's the boy. That's my boy. A retracement is coming. It could be. A retracement could be coming, but it has to put in a lower low for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna screenshot this. Somebody clip this. I'm screenshotting it right now for sure. All right. IMX. Boom. He's mad. Save to photos. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to be getting off here in the next couple of minutes. But what I want to say before I go is, first of all, thank you to all you guys. If you just got here, we're doing a crypto chips giveaway. All you have to do is go and retweet my previous tweet on Twitter. The one that's like, here we go, click this video. If you retweet that, you're in the running where I'm giving away a whale coin from cryptochips.io. It's like a big, massive Bitcoin. It's like one of these, but like the larger version of a crypto chip. And you can even get a QR code on the back of it, and you can scan it to take people to your website or your wallet address or whatever you want to do for it. So we're doing a giveaway for that. Shout out to Crypto Chips, shout out to BitGet, shout out to Market Cypher. And right now it's just kind of, I'm kind of at that like point in time where, I finally can start to like take on my own sponsors and start to really kind of think about like who I'm going to work with, who I'm not going to work with. Cause like, when I was at Hit Network, like I'll be real with you guys, like I wasn't allowed to do anything. Like when someone wanted to do something with me, it was not allowed. It wasn't allowed. And it was just because, it wasn't in my contract or whatever. I wasn't allowed to make any money. And so now it's like, I'm kind of at a spot where I can make money. Right. So to be honest with you guys, like I'm being like really picky who I work with. There's been a lot of coins, a lot of projects, a lot of NFTs, a lot of whatever's like coming out of the woodwork trying to get me to help with them. And then and there are projects, the money sounds great. Oh, that'd be cool. But at the same time, like I really want to be selective in that part of it. And I just kind of want to be like transparent with you guys, like with who I'm sponsored with, who I'm not sponsored with, if I want to do a KOL slot, or anything like that. So I just want to be transparent with the audience and, people You know, because some people kind of get things the wrong way, like, oh, like you're shilling or blah blah blah. It's like, listen, like we do. This is my job. You know, this is my full-time job, and I have to make money. And just like any other media and types of media, you have to pay for advertisements to fund everything else. So it's kind of like one of those things that, like, you know, and some people have done it wrong in the past, which is why people get upset. So, like, I'm just saying this here and now to the audience on my very first show, to let you guys know, like, that I'm just going to be transparent with you and open with you over who I'm working with, who I'm not working with, everything like that. So there you go. Shout out to P10. You're 100% right on that. You're 100% right. But shout out, bro. Shout out to M Rosales, beginner trader here. Happy to find this show. Yeah, M Rosales. I'm going to be doing a lot of trading, a lot of live TA, a lot of news. This is the research morning show. This doesn't have to be planned and have segments and have graphics and all. We don't need that. We don't need that. What we're doing here is I'm doing the research that I would be doing right now, even if I wasn't live on YouTube. That's what this show is. And I think a lot of people who are working right now or don't know what to look for or whatever, you know, just kind of list it on passively in the background and you'll know what I'm looking at. And, you know, I have my finger on the pulse of crypto 100% all day long. I know what's going on. I know the news. I know the charts. I know the price action. And, you know, it's not easy to kind of get into that swing, but it's also like one of those deals where it's like a one day at a time thing, and you start to build that knowledge base. And then over time, you'll have an idea of what's going on just by reading the headlines. You don't even have to like really go far into it. Cause like once you've seen so many headlines that say the same thing, like, you know what it's about to say. So just trying to keep open-minded. So just a quick heads up, I'm about to sign off, but at 8 p.m. tonight, I'm doing an Algorand unfiltered Twitter space with a couple people that work in different Algorand projects. I'm trying to kind of talk about the ecosystem of Algorand more and try to get into what people are building projects and why they're building it, what they're building, why it matters, because there's so many projects in ecosystems like Algorand, and people like have no idea. So it's kind of just like a helping out the community thing. You guys all know I've always been really big on Algorand. So it's just kind of my way to give back to the community, to talk about, you know, some of the projects that are up and coming. It is going to probably become a series. This is the second episode. So that's 8 p.m. on a Twitter space tonight. Make sure you stick around for Crypto Crossfire at 4 p.m. Me and Ben are going to argue about something. I don't know what we're going to argue about yet, but we're going to argue about something. And I can tell you something for sure. I stole this button today, and I'm going to put it in my book bag, and he doesn't know. And then when we start on Crossfire, the first time he says something dumb, I'm just going to, and he's not getting it back either. So with that being said, my name is AJ Wright Crypto. Thank you guys so much for watching my first live stream. I'm out. Enjoy your day. Later.